Good morning, children. Welcome to the next class of English. Last Friday, I have started the story with the reading of page 2. The lesson Just Kid Goes to School. When we read this page 2, I told you to write down the vocabulary, the circle words, and to solve the assignment as homework. Hope you have done that. Okay? Today, we will read the story further, right, on pages 3 and 4, right? But before we start reading of page 3 and 4, let me revise page 2, right? So let's see how the writer, do you remember the writer's name? Padmanabhan, Sujata Padmanabhan. How is she starting the story? Now on page 2, she's starting the story by telling that Jaskit was really excited. She was excited to sleep because she wanted to get up early next morning. And why she wanted to get up very early next morning? Because that day she was going to join school after, at the age of 9 years. At the age of 9 years, she waited long enough to go to school for the very first time, right? So that is why she's very excited. Then Sujata Padmanabhan, the writer, is taking us back to the flashback, right? She started with the introduction that Jaskit is really happy, was really happy to go to school, right? But then she said why it took her 9 years to join the school. She told about the disability Jaskit had, that she was not able to walk. She talked about that it was the disability that from birth, since birth she had this disability, and no amount of medicine, like her parents consulted number of doctors, hakims and all, but no amount of medicine helped her walk. Nobody could make her walk. So that was the disability which was not curable. Her brother used to go to school. She used to love that children watching going to school. But she obviously gets sad at times because she was not able to go to school, right? But her father always encouraged her by telling that you can draw well, you can stitch well, so don't be upset. And he used to give her some colored pencils also, right? And how she used to pass her time, writer told that she used to sit near the kitchen window every day, right, till the wheelchair has come to her, right? Her father once got wheelchair for her, and from that time onwards, she started moving her wheels with her, here it is told that you need to have strong arms to run that wheelchair, right? And it was the father only who bought the wheelchair. So this was all we read in page number 2. Now let's listen to the audio and read page number 3 to know the story further. Okay. Let's start. Keep your eyes fixed on this.
I won't have to carry Chuskit everywhere. I can wheel her around, said Amali, with tears of happiness in her eyes.
And I will be able to go wherever I want,
cried Chuskit excitedly.
Please, please, could I ride on your wheelchair once in a while?
Begged Stop Dan. He wanted to wheel it around too. It looked like fun. Slowly, Chuskit learned to use her wheelchair. She would ask her mother to seat her in the wheelchair outside her home every evening. From here, she would watch children returning from school, chattering and laughing merrily in groups. In a while, the evening bus would return from Leh, bringing back people from work and the marketplace. How much more exciting the world was from here than from the kitchen window.
Okay, let's know what we have read in this. So once she get the wheelchair, who was the first person who was very happy? Her mother. Her mother was so happy that her eyes filled with tears of happiness. Why was she happy? She was happy because now she doesn't have to lift Chasket up here and there. She could easily move her, right? Everywhere. She doesn't have to just stay on the kitchen window anymore, right? Now, even Chasket cried excitedly. Very happily, she said, now I can move anywhere I want, right? And then brother Stopdan, he was also very excited at the coming of wheelchair. And he begged. Begged means requested her sister, can I also have a ride on it? क्या मैं भी उस पे एक राइड ले सकता हूँ? Can I also? Right? It looked like fun to him because Sobdan was feeling it's fun moving around here and there on the wheelchair. Right? And slowly, Chasket learned using it. She learned how to move it left, right, back, turn around, right? And when she has learned, she started sitting outside the gate with her grandfather. And she would see the school children returning happily. Merrily means happily, and chattering means they're talking to each other happily, right? They were moving in groups. And she would also see people returning from Leh. It is the story occurring in Leh area, right? In Ladakh. So she used to sit at the gate and see people coming back from work and the marketplace. And she used to think how excited the world looks from here than the kitchen window. Earlier, she was only sitting at the kitchen window, no? And now she is outside the gate and the world looks more beautiful to her. Now let's carry on page number 4. Look. Grandfather and Chasket. Ready for reading? Okay. Fix your eyes and here we go.
When Chuskit was sitting outside the house with her grandfather, a young boy came up to her. He carried a letter which he handed over to the grandfather.
Julie, the bus driver asked me to give this to you.
He said.
My name is Abdul.
He said, turning to Chuskit.
I study in class 6 at the government school. I have often wondered why you don't come to school. Julie? Abdul?
Said Chuskit.
I've never been to school. The path to the school is too uneven and pebbly, and my wheelchair will get stuck. Besides, I cannot cross the little stream in front of the school. It would be difficult for my parents to carry me to school and back every day. I used to be as light as a feather, but not anymore. But would you like to come to school?
Asked Abdul.
Of course,
Replied Chuskit.
I hear my younger brother talk of all that he does at school. I want to study like all of you, make friends, play games, wear a uniform, and even write exams. Sometimes my brother teaches me songs that he has learned at school, and I love it. You may not believe this, but I sometimes dream of carrying a school bag, even eating packed lunch.
Enough. Enough.
Interrupted her grandfather.
Stop dreaming, Chuskit. You know you cannot go to school. I have told you this many times. Learn as much as you can at home.
Okay, children, that puts an end to reading. Let's see the it once again. So one evening, Abdul comes to Chasket. He has to give some sort of paper which the driver has asked to give, right, to grandfather. And then while he was giving, he asked Chasket, why don't you come to school? And Chasket replied, I really wanted to, but it's really difficult because of her disability. It's really difficult for her parents to take her every day to school on their back and lifting them up. And even because of the uneven path to the school, her wheelchair will get stuck. So these were the problems, she said. That is the reason that I'm not able to join the school. Abdul just listened to it right? But again asked that, but let me know whether you like to come to school or not. She again said, yes, of course, I want it. Because my brother is like going to school, and he often tells what he does, what kind of learning he does. He even tells me some songs, and I love playing games, making friends, wearing uniform, and even taking exams like all of you, right? But she also says that sometimes she imagines in her dreams, she finds like as if she is in the school and carrying a school bag and eating packed lunch. You all bring tiffins, na? That is packed lunch. So she says like she's really fond of going to school, but because of her disability, she is not able to, right? But she often dreams. So while the conversation between Abdul and Chaskit goes on, grandfather interrupts. Interrupts means gives a pause and said, "Stop dreaming, Chaskit. You cannot go to school." He reminds her that it's really difficult for her to go, so just don't dream such things, right? So he tells Chaskit to learn as much as possible at home, like we are learning at home right now, though we are able, but we are learning at home, right? So let's see, this was all the explanation. Now beta, I want you all to write down all the circled words of both the pages, learn their spellings, and please, whatever homework I am giving, you have to be prepared. As soon as I end up with the like reading and explanation, I will be taking your vocabulary test. Okay? Vocabulary test will include the spellings and the meanings of different words. So keep preparing. I will be sending you the pic of today's homework. I have already written for you all the circled words of pages 3 and 4. I will be sharing this picture and the answer key of the last homework which I gave on Friday. That is assignment 1. Okay, so both I will be sending as pictures. Hope you'll be able to do it smoothly. For any problems, you may contact anytime. Thank you. Bye bye.